What is going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Before we get started, please like, comment, and subscribe. It really helps me and helps the channel. So today, we're going to be doing the bulking update at the end of the video. I have huge news. Please stay tuned. It's going to be worth it. Me and Inquires today are doing a grocery haul. I'm just going to show you guys what I'm eating this deep into the bulk, which is basically any fucking thing I want. I'm eating like Simsolic right now pretty much, so probably going to get roasted for it, but it's the way it is right now. Times are good. Not to waste your time too much. We're going. See you in a minute. Show you guys what I get.
Only available on Citizens.
Oh, we just finished up. Some of this stuff I didn't get today, but I just wanted to show you guys what I typically eat. Now remember, this is a little bit different than it's gonna look when I am doing my cut, right? Especially when I'm doing prep. This is like peak bulk. You'll notice that I have some higher fat stuff. When I pull calories, I'm typically gonna pull calories from fat. So all of this stuff like will become like leaner types of versions of what I'm eating. So I try to organize it as best as possible from breakfast to lunch to snacks, right? I typically have breakfast, lunch, dinner, and then I have like 2 or 3 snacks after dinner as I go to bed, depending on how many calories I have to play with. So for breakfast, I have coffee when I wake up with either egg whites or, sounds gross, but trust me, it's a vibe. Chicken thighs with like, you know, sugar on them and like cinnamon with either, I don't have them here because we have to still go to Trader Joe's, but either like oatmeal, like I like this type of oatmeal. They have tons of different flavors and stuff. Or like bagels with this low-fat butter. Right now I'm able to eat like regular butter, so I'm having this shit's fire. And I might put like a little bit of honey on there. Bacon in the eggs, 2% cheese. I'll never really go down to fat-free cheese. Oh, never. I might just pull out cheese for, you know, while I'm on prep or while I'm cutting all together and just eat the egg whites with like ketchup. You know, ketchup is a staple. I don't give a shit about the fucking 20 calories. I just weigh it out. I get my 17 grams, a little extra 20 calories. It goes a long way for taste, right? That's a bunch of BS that you have to like cut out sauces. You just have to basically make everything fit your macros, right? So for lunch, lunch and dinner, I typically have like rice, pasta, potatoes, right? With vegetables of some sort. You know, I got Brussels sprouts, I got zucchini. I usually have like zucchini with like red onions, right? And garlic. I gotta get the peeled shit because I'm lazy as hell. I'll be real with you, I haven't gotten this shit in so long, but I do obviously like to have my vegetables with garlic. It's just I get lazy, so I usually just season them like and don't use garlic. Then with some type of meat, again, however many calories I have to play with is how lean I'm gonna go. Right now, I'm pretty much chilling. You know, I do try to eat a little bit lower fat, but I don't go crazy with that. So we got 90-10 ground beef, 93-7, right? I will usually have the 96-4 for like a cut, but right now I really don't care. I'd rather just have a little bit better taste. Chicken thighs, these supposedly have 4.5 grams of fat, you know, per 4 ounces, and I'll usually trim them down a little bit more, but not right now. No, I'm not doing that. Honestly, when the calories get really low, I just go straight to chicken breasts or chicken tenderloins because they're leaner. And we got some ground turkey, 93.7. This is like my least favorite type of meat, but you know, I'll do it just to have some more variety because it can get kind of boring. And for dinner, a lot of times I'll have a big ass salad. I fucking abused the salad game for like 3 months straight. I got sick of it, I can't lie. You know, because the salad, right, I have it usually here with some onions, and then I'll do like a ton of chicken, like a pound of chicken in the salad with like some fire dressing. I had some fire dressing from this pizzeria. It was basically like honey, sugar, balsamic vinegar, and probably a little bit of olive oil. The shit was crack. But I overdid it and I got sick of the salad game. So I've pretty much just been having similar meals as to lunch, you know, like just different variations of like chicken, broccoli, and rice style meals, hamburgers, stuff like that. You know, I didn't buy them this time, but I'll usually get like, you know, like as lean as possible fries that you could throw in the air fryer, you know, the pre-made ones. They're not too bad. And then as you can see, moving into, also, I do like to have light mayo with stuff. That's a fucking hack right there. Just wanted to make sure we go over that. Have that on a ton of stuff, burgers. There's so much stuff you could use with mayo. And light mayo isn't really bad. For 1 tablespoon, you get 35 calories. For my snacks. Now, as you can see, I freaking love snacks. I try to get most of my protein from breakfast, lunch, and dinner, right? And then my snacks, I know I'm gonna wanna sit, watch TV, and wind down my day. And yeah, I try to have protein in them, but they're gonna be higher in carbs and higher in fats, just the way it goes. So I try to choose snacks that, it's weird. I get comfortable with certain things in the house, you know, and then sometimes I'll just end up like eating too much of them and then I don't want them in the house. So this is right now like what I'm comfortable having in the house. There's some things like I absolutely refuse to have in the house, like I can be bad, you know. So I've gotten pretty comfortable with doing the chips. We got a lot of different versions of chips, you know. I haven't been too bad with them. There are points where, like, if I'm on a strict cut, I do not like this in the house because they're crack. And when your fucking taste buds are very sensitive when you're cutting, yo, you're gonna wake up in the middle of the night and want this shit. That's how I am at least. So I have to restrict them at certain times. This took a long time for me to get back in the house because I could be the same way with cereal. But there was a point where I was doing it, you know, on a cut, so it's weird. And then I love ice cream. I literally have gotten sick of Halo Top. I usually get like 5 Halo Tops, but I've noticed I haven't been eating as much. I think it's just, you know, the bulking, calories, my taste buds aren't as sensitive, and I'm just craving the real stuff. I'm really not craving as much of anything because I'm always freaking bloated and shit. I got these. These are cracked, so I haven't had them in a long time. They're just lighter versions of ice cream. The Asso bars, I just got these because I know they have like 5 grams of protein. These do too, but they have a lot more calories. Getting 50 more calories. These are 100 calories. These are 150 calories. So I could have 2, you know, versus if I have 2 of these, it's kind of a lot of calories. This, just because they're good, you know, fire. Cold cuts, just to, again, like, at the end of the, I don't really like to have these as a snack, but at the end of the day, if my protein's too low, I will have this like with popcorn and with typically these, probably like one of my favorite things to have with popcorn or with chips. These Polyos, again, they're 3.5 grams of fat and 6 grams of protein. So yeah, they're high in fat, but right now it don't really matter. Even in the early stages of my bulk, I was eating these again, the 2% Polyos. Crack, one of my staples once my calories start to go up a little bit. And then, probably get a lot of hate for this, but I don't really give a shit. Candy. I literally go through phases with candy. Even on my deepest cuts, I'm eating Mentos. I've had it in previous videos. It sounds crazy, but I don't know. It's just like, it helps me get through the cut. 100 calories of candy. It is what it is. The way I rationalize it is, I have it with my creatine. Now, there's some scientific literature out there that suggested that maybe having candy with your creatine makes creatine absorb better into the body. I don't know if it's true, and I don't want to know because I just tell myself that shit, and it makes me feel good. So I don't give a shit. And then I think I went through most of it. I have these. I don't really love them. You know, like people think this is like the best snack in the world. Greek yogurt's kind of mid to me, but. And I have them in the house just because when I know my protein's low, like if I had like a breakfast with like a lot of carbs, not a lot of protein, or I need to get, you know, a quick 10 to 15 grams of protein, and I know this is a solid amount of protein. There's 12 grams of protein, no fat, and minimal carbs, 9 carbs. So it's good to have on deck just in case you need something quick to get your protein in. And this has helped me so much with dieting. Sprite Zero, diet soda. Everyone who's into this life knows this shit can help so much. Is it gonna kill you? I don't know. It's very debatable, but I drink a lot of it, so I guess I'm the guinea pig. If I die, then maybe you shouldn't drink it. I don't know, but I'm not gonna worry about it for now. So update time. So the bulk is going good. We are at the point where I'm eating a lot of food. It's uncomfortable, it's kind of annoying, but as the weight stalls, I have to eat a little bit more every time the weight stalls. So you gotta do what you gotta do. But I'm not gonna lie, I'm shitting like 2 to 3 times a day. It's gross. Like the whole day I'm like, oh, I gotta take a shit. It's sorry to be graphic, but it is what it is. You know, when you're bodybuilding, like your cutting gets to the point where you're uncomfortable with the cut, when you're bulking gets to the point where you're uncomfortable with the bulk, but that's kind of what it takes to get the results, sort of, you know, for the most part. It's kind of how it is. Injuries, my legs, haven't been able to train them because my lower back is still messed up, and me and the coach have been trying to do different things, work, you know, with stretching and stuff like that, going to PT to try to figure out what the issue is. It's a very minor pain in my back, like a tightness when I do squats and leg press, anything. So taking 2 weeks off to see if that helps the situation. So we're about 1 week off right now, 1 more week left, and we'll get back into legs. Also, my elbow, my elbows have been killing me from heavy pressing, so I've been now doing lighter workouts with like slower eccentrics and just higher reps, still going to failure, but just doing it without the heavy weight. There's other ways you can do it, and that's basically what the coach is having me do, since my elbows are just killing me with the heavy weight. And just doing certain different movements, ones that don't aggravate it too much, just trying to get through this bulk, because then I'm going to deload for about 1 to 2 weeks. Hopefully, and by that time, all these injuries are good. But that brings me to the exciting news. So I am starting prep. Coach thinks I'm ready. I hope I'm ready. You know, it's been a long time coming. I've been working my ass off to get enough muscle in the right areas to basically step on stage and have a shot at winning. I'm just hoping to do somewhat well in the show. It's my first show. I'm going against guys who've been probably competing for years, so if I at least do somewhat well, I'll be happy. But yeah, I don't know what show it's going to be. I still have to talk to my coach about that, but I do know that it's going to be men's physique. That's the only class I'm going to be competing in, but I'm super excited about it. The prep series is obviously going to be way more interesting. My physique is going to be changing rapidly, and it's going to look pretty wild. I'm going to get super lean and look a lot bigger, basically. On my last recomp, I know a lot of you guys have seen pictures of me. I was pretty much only 11% at that point. I got to get down to 5%. It's another 10 to 12 pounds of body fat. So we are going to be shredded and starving. It's going to be a fun journey. So I know you guys will probably enjoy watching that more. You know, it just is what it is. I think you guys should try to watch the bulk series because there's a lot you can get out of it. It's how you build the physique that you reveal during the prep. So it's important. It's not always as fun to watch, but it's important. But I know you guys are going to enjoy the prep series and eventually the show day. So stay tuned. Things are going to get interesting. Have a good one, guys.